Well, hi, you streamers. It's Queen Pam here, and I was asked to buy Bible scraps over on YouTube because I post these videos on YouTube eventually. And my last video, I bought some silver scrubbers from the Silver Brush Company, and she asked for a demo because I just showed them in a haul, and so I am going to demo the way I intend to use them. And what I have in front of me is a test of some Daniel Smith watercolors that I was not impressed with. It was a glazing technique. You lay down the color once in each of the rows and by color name and let it dry. And then you do it again in the opposite direction and let that dry. And then you can see what they look like glazed, but I did not have great success with that. So I think I'm going to try it again some other time, not on this video because it was tedious, and do an actual mixing of colors, and probably, not this many. But the way I intend to use the silver scrubbers is to lift watercolor. Like I said, this is Daniel Smith. Don't know if I said what kind of paper it is. It's on Canson XL. And what you do, and what you can't see over here, is I have some water. I moved it. And you don't really need it to be all that wet. And you can just go over your stencil and lift color specifically. And you could do the same thing on a watercolor painting. Say you had something, where the paint, because you don't have a whole lot of control of watercolor, where it went wherever it wanted to go. And you can see that it lifts the color out. So if I wanted to do something real specific, I'm going to try this other shape one, and just try to get like an outline. Well, that might work if you don't have so much water on your brush. So I took some water off. Yep. And so you can get, it's even more precise, I think, that way. And they will stain, but they are cleaned off. So you're good to go there. I'm going to get the water off of here because I might not use them with watercolor next time, and don't want that to cause a problem. And the other thing that's good is if you have a stencil that's real close to the edge, or one of those that's cut out, this little one can get in just the small spaces, so you aren't lifting color out of places you don't want to be. You can just lift. So it's kind of really good for precision. And so you can see there the numbers. And see, you've got some other stencils here. This one is little and tiny. And this one might be a really good example of just wanting to do something precise. Maybe I just wanted to get the circle. so you can get, you know, really precise with them. I don't know if I'd be able to get just that flower shape like that with a baby white. Well, that's really all I wanted to do, was to answer the questions for Bible scraps. I think you can also use these with acrylic, you know, for precision placement of paint in a stencil, but I don't want to try that because I don't like to mix my brushes between acrylic and watercolor, because I like to keep my watercolors nice, and my watercolor brushes without the plastic in them so that they absorb enough water. Then if you had a really big area that you were trying to do without a stencil, I didn't want that there. You don't have to use them with a stencil. So it really does lift. You can see colors in the brush. So as always, I leave you in the hands of the Creator. I hope you have a blessed day. And remember, I got these at Tuesday morning. I got them yesterday here in Kentucky, so maybe they'll still have them at your store. As always, I leave you in the hands of the Creator. Thank you, and be blessed.